Now he's back pitching here at Blue Heaven on Earth. His first pitch of the night to Zach Neto is ball 1. 17 games.
He's a guy that he can jump you.
Ohtani backed him up with strike 2. A 1-2 pitch. Neto launches ball 2, miss low and away. 2-2. Misses and we're full. Payoff. Got him swinging.
Put him away with a sinker, 95-mile-an-hour thing, and a great location.
Now Mike Trout. Strike 1. 2023 WBC. 0-2. On a 1-2, Trout has to back out of the way of ball 2. Could not script a better finish for the WBC. Unless, of course, you're Mike Trout. Unless you're Mike Trout. Then you get a home run, probably would have been. But you get the idea. Those two meeting against each other. The championship on the line. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. So Ohtani punches the ticket of Trout once more.
You know, where did it really get going? Shohei Ohtani pitching for Samurai Japan.
That 2023 tournament was truly a launching pad for 22 to sign up to play the Stars and Stripes this time around. Aaron Judge and Paul Skeens. Right around the corner here in Los Angeles, Dodger Stadium.
And again, I'll go back to that.
A 1.71 ERA at Dodger Stadium. A 3-2. Softly hit. Betts twirls and fires. Dug out at first. Oh, baby, what a play by Mookie. One more time.
Big inning and minor league action. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus to subscribe today.
No score, top of the second. 4, 5, and 6 for the Halos. Soler, Moncada, and Adele. So you got power against power here to kick things off. The 2-0 pitch. Shot to right. Down for a hit for Soler, who continues his productive spring. And Kurt Suzuki certainly hoping that Soler can. That's ball 4. First 2 have reached safely here to start the second. 2 strikes, the pitch. In the dirt, check swing, and they say Adele could not hold up, so a punch out gives the Dodgers the first out of the inning.
The fielder, number 3, Josh Lowe.
You're in a curveball.
Blows it by Lowe at 99.
I haven't seen that yet this evening. And, you know, it's interesting because
Ohtani's 0-2. Sits him down. 3 straight Ks to strand the first 2 that reached. This against Nolan Shonwell. 3-0. The first few innings, the first 21 swings against 3-0 hole to make it full. And now the payoff is right on the edge. Wave and a miss, strike 3. Double digits. 10 Ks. Ohtani turns it up to 11. 11 strikeouts in the first 4 innings. Bunted to third. And there's a little miscommunication, it seemed. Perfect bunt from Sanchez. Everybody is safe. Muncy held back at third initially. One out in the fifth as Kelly has another K.
That's live. 98 from the left side.
First baseman number 34,
Kelly,
Ray Mancini.
big man.
Bases loaded walk for Mancini. Pitch that Kelly didn't think. That's 3. 2 out. Kelly to Candelario. Runners go. Inside, ball 4. Another walk with the bases loaded means another run for Anaheim. 3-0 the score. Little cue shot right side. Long way to go for Freeland. Nice play by Alex Freeland. He had to run forever to get there. But a crooked number for the Angels, the Dodgers in the early hole. Our favorite day and broadcast of every spring. Heads up.
Wow.
On the right side. Buzz in the tower is Dalton rushing.
You know, another one you guys talking about wow for me was last year, Mr. Shohei Ohtani on the mound and punching out 10 and hitting 3 homers.
But you never seen that before, Dino?
Oh, no. I mean, I'm
Golly.
like, this is incredible to watch, and I'm just so many, but some just stick out and big moments. And I was just reflecting back when Chris Taylor walked off the Cardinals here a few years ago in the playoffs, and I'm like, man, those are some plays you never forget.
Hey, I got a great question from Doug Robb of Hoobastank fame, diehard Dodger fan, Dino, and he asked a great question. What is something that can't be coached in a player? In your years, what have you found is just either you have it or you don't?
I think instincts comes in play. You know, if you got good instincts, it's you're just blessed to have instincts. It's hard to get a guy out, and you practice and you work hard. And say he's having trouble with as a base runner and the ball's hit and doesn't react well. It's just instincts for me. If you got good instincts, you kind of do it. Espy, it's going to find a gap. Yes, sir.
Yes, it will. Teodosio couldn't get there. Espy
Come on, get
hustling
there.
For second. Here's the
yeah.
play. He's safe as the ball skips by. Teodosio can cover some ground out there, so he had to wait a moment there, Dino, to see if that was actually going to get down.
Yeah. Center fielder made up ground. He actually made a great throw.
Yeah.
Turn and spin like that. It's great accuracy. Now we got one out, and here comes Alex. Usually puts the ball in place and might get some action here. One out, Espy gets a nice little primary. Second baseman's kind of holding back. Now he goes back. Wait, what a spring training Espy's been having.
That's
Love it.
been phenomenal to watch.
Good baseball player right here. Knows the game, good IQ, good feel. Like we were talking about instincts. Got good instincts. Knows the situation of the game. He gambled there. It's spring training still. And it's good for me to watch because I watched him, turn first base. And where did he make his decision when he hit the ball? Was he thinking 2 out of the box?
How long does it take you to familiarize yourself with a new player on the ball club, their tendencies and their abilities?
Yeah, it takes a good, 10, 12, 15 games just to get to know your guys in spring training. And by the time, when the season starts, you know what kind of player they are.
What about as guys age? Guys that you've had, 6, 7, 8 years.
Right back.
How do you coach them differently as time goes by?
Well, you find out, their routine, and it's all about, I've always felt this way, and it's really in life, you build a great relationship, you communicate, you find out, what the player wants to do, his routine, and you stick with it. And in bad moments and good in good moments, you got to be the same. And, as nobody wants to make mistakes out here, and when players make an error or they run the bases and get thrown out, you know, they have a tendency in looking at coaches and see how they react, and you got to be that supporter for them, and you know, you're going to have a bad day, and that happens at all levels. So if it happens here, it's going to happen in college, high school, travel ball, little league. It's going to happen. So you just learn from it, and you. Here we go.
Oh,
he studied. I can't send him. He waited. See, he had to make sure the line drive was down. Atta boy. Got to make sure it's down. Way to go. All right, we got one out. First and third now on the ground. You got to go. If it's back at the pitcher, make him get you in a rundown. We don't want him to turn a double play and you're standing on the base. Line drives, they got to get through, okay? Look for a wild pitch. Third baseman's off, so we can be a little bit bigger here. There you go. You're good. Back, good.
Tying run at the plate with James Tibbs. First and third, only one out in the bottom of the seventh. The Dodgers down by 3.
Right, he's a little bit closer. That's good right there. Just watch the catcher. I got the third baseman. Gotta go. One out now. Make sure line drives are down. You're good. There you go. Get some more. See, that's another thing over here, like when some games where they're tight and the third baseman's right on the bag, the first thing we got to do is make sure that he throws the ball home, because now they try to pick you off at third. Some guys do it in spring training to show us, and some teams never use it. So we have all that information. Now he's back. It's a two strike call. I mean, it's 1 and 2 count. Come on, Timmy! Now it's something like this too. Now Bob and Dave on the bench, you know, I got them. Yep, they're timing the pitcher. If we think we can steal a base, maybe a base hit. Now we're down 1 run, going late in the game. But it's spring training now, so I don't know if they're going to be aggressive over there.
Tipped into the glove. Strike 3, 2 outs in the inning.
So all that comes into play. How Dave is thinking, how the ball game's going, who's coming up. And I know, again, it's spring training, but all the times with the pitcher, what's the catcher, there's a time on our side, can we steal a base? And then you're hoping a base hit. Now it's 2 outs, you get a knock, and now you're down 1 going in with 6 outs to go. So kind of like playing the, there you go. Look for a ball in the dirt now, beat the pitcher home. I know I'm kind of talking kind of quick here, but.
No, you take us to school, Dino. We're listening.
Third baseman's way back now. This is where, even if a ball hits a catcher and it kind of just barely gets out into the grass, and you're looking for it with SB speed, man, you can beat the pitcher there, and you get a nice run here late in the game, because you're getting a big right here, big lead. Primary's huge. Come on, Zach.
Zach Earhart, first plate appearance of the night, hitting .302 this spring.
And again, if you're going to take a base here, you got to make sure 100% you're going to steal the base. Come on, get in there. Nope.
Hitting over. 2 more stranded by the Dodgers, but some traffic and some great lessons from Dino Ebel at third. We're going to the 8th.
Way to swing it. Nice. Good job.
The post-game show.
Top of the 8th, Angels 3, Dodgers nothing. It's another strikeout for Robleski. He's K3 of the last 4.
10 feet past him or to the left or right, we can gather up and score. But as soon as the ball's hit, my eyes go right to the base runner, and that's where the play initially for me is where I make a decision. It's not, well, how come you didn't send him? You know, and the guy, it was an easy, and that's all pregame, advanced scouting, all that stuff comes into play. Me watching videos. So here we go.
Wrobleski strikes out the side in the 8th. Keeps the Dodgers within 3. There's a little bit more time left with Dino Ebel mic'd up in the third base coaching box as the Dodgers try and mount another comeback. We saw it last night here from 6-0 down. Game finished with a 7-7 tie. You know, Dino, one of the things that we love to do when we have you on is just learn some ball. And one of the questions we got from Rubitz Ray, what's one thing a player can do when working on glove work by themselves? Maybe they don't have a coach, a parent, a sibling, or a teammate there to help them out. What's something they can practice?
Well, I would get a ball and throw it against a wall. You could do knee drills. You can stand up and get hops, backhand, glove side. That's what we used to do when I was growing up. And I have a brother, and when he was not around, I used to throw the tennis ball or hard ball, whatever ball I can find, and work on just a 2-hop drill coming in through the baseball. You know, using hand work and glove side, backhand, and that's. It's great when you have a partner, great when you have a coach, but you could always get out there on your own and work. And that's what I've always tried to tell my boys. And when I'm in coaching, I mean, you know, you got a wall somewhere, get a ball, throw it up against a wall and work to get better. See the spin of the ball. You can throw high hoppers, you can throw them down on the ground. Use a racquetball, tennis ball, golf ball, get the speed of the ball. Little things. So
all right, I got a non-drill question. Toughest outfield for you as a coach?
The toughest meaning?
So, like, you know, Fenway Park, or would you say San Francisco with all the iterations?
It's a nice backhand play right there.
Yeah, jeez. 2 out.
You know, I would say the parks that are like, Fenway, because it's a short left field and it's the big monster out there, and you can't see down in the corner of the left field line. So there's actually, when there's a runner on first, I got to get myself in fair territory to see where the ball is, and then I got to get myself back out of fair territory if I'm going to send the runner. So the small parks, Houston, we just left there in the WBC. It's a small the porch in left field. Those are the ones that kind of give the third base coaches trouble, because 2 outs and you want to be aggressive. You send a guy, it's shallow in those parks, and then there's a throw to the plate, and you run out of an inning. So those are the ones that bother me the most. But there's a process to it, and again, speed of the games, who's hitting, what's the score, be aggressive, time to let the big boy swing the bat. All that comes into play.
Morales to left. No problems there. The Dodgers down in order in the 8th. It's the Angels who lead 3-0. Both teams with 5 hits. The Angels had 4 hits in that 3-run 5th. They were all singles, and one of them was a bunt single. But Ike, to bring it back to the main point, watching Ohtani tonight, your impression was?
He's ready to roll, right? Got that Cy Young award in his sights. He had great stuff tonight. I think just for me that jumped out, the pitch differential as far as the velocity, the changing of the timing of the hitters. You know, he mentioned it, throwing 99, then coming back with a 74-mile-an-hour curveball, then jumping back up there with a sinker in the 90s, and then a sweeper. I mean, he really is. He's a guy that you've got to guess. You've got to guess right, and then you've got to hit the ball hard, and then you've got to hope it finds some space. And by the way, that's your 5th starter.
Catch made in right for the first out of the 9th inning.
This is probably going into the season
Number 38, Sebastian.
I mean, I can go back to, shoot, came into the organization in '88. This is probably the fewest amount of questions of any ball club. That doesn't mean they're going to win. Doesn't mean any of that sort of stuff. But, I mean, quietest spring training. Really, all the questions have been answered. There were very few questions to begin with.
To left center field. This ball at the wall. He catches made by Quintero.
And the few decisions that had to be made or have been made were really, I mean, not super impactful decisions. Obviously impactful for those individuals, but I mean, this team to start a season looks about as good as anyone that I've seen since '88. You want to take it back to '74 when I first started watching this organization as a kid. Then
answer doesn't change though.
It really doesn't.
Yeah. No, your big point though is well made. That ultimately though doesn't guarantee you anything.
No,
you
it certainly doesn't.
Prove it. I mean, again, folks outside of Los Angeles going to look at the back-to-back titles and say, "Well, yeah, duh," but. There was certainly some questions, doubts at times. And they had to overcome some things, and they did. See if they can overcome this 3-0 deficit in the bottom of the ninth.
Thank you. Here's a game ball for you.
Sorry, thank you so much.
You kind of do, or you hit Espy. It's going to find a gap. Yes, sir. Come on, get there. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah.
Some of our favorite moments from the night with Dino Ebel mic'd up as we do each and every spring. Before the spring comes to an end. This
That
game,
ball is high, boy. Woo.
that ball's got a parachute on it. First out on the first pitch of the bottom of the ninth. The Dodgers trailing by 3.
Hi, Mickey Rope.
Hey, Dino, got a question from Evan Schreier. Which player has your favorite home run celly rounding third?
Which player has the celebration around third?
Yeah, with you.
I would probably go to Jock Peterson. Jock used to have this little thing with me, and I was kind of like, God, you want me to jump up in the air and do you a little circle, half low 5, and, and that was pretty cool. So I said, look, you know what? If he can hit 30 of those every year, I'll do it every time.
Right. You sign up.
Yep. You know, we're getting back to the strong outfielder's arms. I remember last year in the World Series here at Dodger Stadium, Barger's in right. We got 2 outs. We're up a run early in the game. Freddie Freeman still second. I think it was with 2 strikes. Now a hard base hit to Barger. Now there's a time as a third base coach you can be aggressive because you already got the lead. Now I know he's got one of the strongest arms in baseball. Freddie had a great jump. And here's Barger. He throws an 80 throw right on the money on the third base side, and Freddie Freeman is tagged out. Well, I'll take that. My process, I felt good about it because it's 2 outs. He just stole the base with 2 strikes. It's hard to get a base hit with 2 outs. And Will Smith hits a bullet right at Barger, and I'm like, you know what? Here we go. Now there's a time where, maybe you're looking for a bad throw. If he throws that throw on the first base side and the catcher has to go to his backhand, you steal the run. But you give the credit to Barger. He threw it all the way in the air, third base side, tags Freddie out. So those are the moments in the game. As long as I feel my process is right, situation in the game early, we got a lead, let's try to tack on, we'll do it.
I appreciate you taking us through that, Dino. Again, like when you're watching a game, they don't have like the all 22 going, the all 9. So you're not seeing everything with all the coaches and all the communication, but then the literal snap of the fingers that folks have to make those decisions. So we appreciate you taking us in. Before this game comes to an end, save the best question for last on Instagram. This person's name is Brady Ebel, and he wants to know who's a better player, me or Trey?
That's good. And hey, I'm going to go, again, if he asked that question, I'm going to go with his little brother, Trey. I love it. That's good.
Had to get you on a hot mic, Dino.
That's great.
Shoot, he had to say Trey. He's living with Trey right now.
That's an excellent point, EK.
Yeah, Brady's on his own now. Trey's still with me. Hey, see if I got it, Eric.
Oh, the hand's still good.
You know what? I'm going to throw it in the stands here.
Chico Fernandez would be so happy right now.
Yes, sir. Hey, fall, come on. Come on, get in there.
Fast.
Oh,
Catch made in center by Teodosio.
That's a play.
Laid out to end the ball game and end spring.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Dino. Appreciate
thank you.
each and every year. Dino Ebel,
You got
third
it.
base coach of the Dodgers. Go get him. 3-peat.
Yes, sir.
All right, EK. Next one counts.
Next one counts. I like the way Shohei threw tonight. Dodgers are ready to go, and I am excited about this upcoming year.
And so are we. Wednesday, use that to gather yourself. And then everybody gather here at Dodger Stadium for opening day. Thursday, the banner will go up. Rings on Friday. Cannot wait to kick off another season of Dodger baseball. For Eric Kirsten Watson and our terrific crew, I'm Stephen Elson. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you Thursday for opening day.